Hey guys, it's Grivinoni here. Before we get started with today's video, I have another nickname suggestion from you all in the comments. Today's nickname suggestion has been brought to us by Minor Mole. He has suggested a nickname for our Slowpoke, and he has suggested the nickname Rodriguez. The reason that he provided is because it is meant to be comparable to Speedy Gonzalez, which of course Slowpoke is absolutely anything but, so Rodriguez is a relative inverse of that. If you disagree with that logic, that is perfectly valid. But that is also not my logic. So thank you very much for the suggestion, Minor Mole. And now let's begin the episode. The sea feels great, doesn't it, Rido? Rido seems to want to play with me. Beautiful. Thank you for not acknowledging the ocean. Hey guys, it's Grivinoni here, and welcome back to Pokémon HeartGold. Last time we entered Olivine City for the very first time. We encountered a lot of very interesting people. We got a good rod from a fisherman. We traded a Krabby to another fisherman in exchange for a Voltorb. We got some more seals for our ball capsule provided by a lovely little girl. And we also went up to the Olivine Lighthouse. We fought a bunch of really kind-hearted trainers on the way up in order to find Jasmine, the gym leader that lives here. Unfortunately, Jasmine is a little bit broken at the moment because her Amphy is very sick right now. So if we want to fight her, we're going to have to do something about that. So, for the time being, we're going to head west and see if there's anything that we can do to help out Amphy. Welcome to Route 40. And it looks like Cameraman is here once again. Hey, great waves here. No one can resist such good waves. Oh, you're not Cameron. Never mind. Just a really interesting guy. Let's talk about this. Battle Frontier ahead. Can we go in? No, we cannot. This is the entrance to the Battle Frontier. You shouldn't make a line here. I'm trying not to. What? I'm the first to arrive. There will soon be a Battle Frontier past here. I'm in line to be the first one there. I haven't slept for days. Get in line if you want to be the second one in. Yeah, so past here is an area known as the Battle Frontier. And we are not going to be able to access this area for a long time. But it is worth acknowledging that it is past this gate. We're just going to have to wait patiently for it to come out. Game Freak. No, we will actually be able to access the Battle Frontier in this game. We just can't do anything about it right this moment. So there really isn't anything new for us to do on Route 40 for the moment, other than go ahead and surf. So we're going to do exactly that for the time being. So let's get to work and fight some trainers. You have to warm up before going to the water. That's basic. Yeah, you are very basic. So I believe this is our first time that we are actually fighting trainers in the water. Despite all the surfing I did back in episode 23, I believe, we never actually fought any trainers in the water, so this is a first for us. Ooh, Tentacool is using its signature move, Constrict. It's not a great move, but it can only be learned by Tentacool. So, there you go. There's Constrict and all of its mediocreness. Excellent job, Akira. I expect nothing less of you, especially with your 69 HP. Okay, I give up. Hey, listen, you're the one who came after me, my guy. What do you have to say now? Signwood City is a good distance away from here. All right, good to know. Like I said, there really isn't anything new for us here on Route 40, so we just kind of have to keep pressing ahead until we can get to somewhere a little more interesting. Are you going to Signwood? How about a quick battle first? I don't want to fight you. Nothing particularly interesting happened during this fight. I lost that one. Yep, you sure did. Thanks for the commentary. I'd say I'm a better swimmer than you. Yeah, well, that's fair. You actually have the ability to swim in water. I do not have the ability to do that. I have to surf on my Pokemon. Right here, we found TM88, Pluck. Pluck's a decent little flying type move. It's not the best flying type move in the world just in terms of the raw damage, but it does also have the secondary effect of consuming the opponent's held berry when I use Pluck. So if you want to try using that, that's a good strategy. It's not particularly useful in single player because not many trainers actually use berries, but against gym leaders and especially in the competitive meta, it can be helpful. Hey, you're young and fit. Don't ride your Pokemon, swim. Believe me, dude, if I could, I would. But this game won't allow me. There's an old man that psychically communicates to me that I can't do these things. Ooh, we're seeing a war total for the very first time. I think I will keep Rido in for now, but is very interesting to see, War Turtle. You're inching ever closer to bearing witness to the King's glory once more, but still a ways away. But I will say this is one of my favorite War Turtle sprites. I love a good, confident Squirtle sprite, and that applies to all of its evolutions as well. All right, Sarah Screw level 24, very nice. Uh-oh, I lost. Indeed you have. What do you have to say? Swimming exercises your entire body. It's healthy. It is healthy. I just can't do anything with this right now. All right, so one more lady that we need to deal with here, so let's fight her. No inflatable tube for me. I'm hanging on to a sea Pokemon. I don't even have anything to really talk about with that one. It just... The sea Pokemon? Water Pokemon? Maybe if your Pokemon started with the letter C, I'd believe you. Annihilated once again by Raido Kuzunoha, baby. More importantly, Raido has now finally leveled up to level 25. Highest level on our team. Wants to learn the move Charge. So, Charge is a very interesting move. So, Charge boosts the power of the electric move that it uses next. It also raises the user's special defense stat. I think just because I have not once used Cotton Spore, I will at least give Charge a shot for now. Oh, I'm feeling dizzy. Well, then you should probably get out of the water. I imagine that's not good for you. Well, I float it this way, it's carry me along. Yeah, that's probably why you're dizzy. Alright, continuing on from where we were, we do need to head further south. And now we find ourselves on Route 41. Rocks here are ever so slightly different. But now that we have finally gotten to Route 41, there is one more thing I would like to talk about. There is one new Pokemon that we can find here. Tentacruel is not it. Sorry to say. No, on Route 41, in Pokemon HeartGold only, you can find Mantine. Now, Mantine is one of the only water flying types in the game. And while this is not our first encounter with this type thanks to Gyarados, it is worth pointing out that Mantine does have some advantages that Gyarados does not. Namely, Mantine has some of the absolute best special defense in the entire game. I believe it has the overall 8th highest special defense if my notes are correct. And for a wall, its other stats aren't bad either. Base 80 special attack and base 70 defense and speed are respectable for what Mantine is trying to do. It has a great moveset that gives it same type attack boost attacks on both types. It can stall with moves like Aqua Ring and Confuse Ray, and through breeding, it can learn Haze to shut down opposing stat boosts. Though that's more useful in the competitive scene than a normal playthrough. The biggest problem with Mantine is that it has a 4 times weakness to electric attacks. And unfortunately, Mantine did not necessarily benefit from the physical special split. Prior to Gen 4, Mantine could still take electric type attacks well enough due to its high special defense and the fact that back then, all electric attacks were special. Now, all it takes is a decent Thunder Fang and Mantine is in trouble. Regardless, if you wanted more of a special tank out of your water or flying type, consider giving Mantine a try. You'd be surprised how far it can help carry the team. Now, before we move on, I do want to address that Mantine did receive a pre-evolution in its generation in the form of Mantike as a baby Pokemon. And while I do like Mantike and the specific method required to evolve Mantike into Mantine, it's not available for us to get right now. Much like Sudowoodo, Mantine can only breed a Mantike if you breed it while it is holding a certain incense. Specifically, the Wave Incense, which is an item that we are not going to have access to for a long while. Regardless, it's an avenue worth venturing if you want to try it. Mantike is one of the easiest baby Pokemon to evolve, as early as level 2 if its evolution conditions are met. And it's just so darn cute. Now then, you're probably wondering why I didn't speed up anything during this time, because the route trains on Route 41 are actually worth talking about a lot more. I'm a bit tired. If I win, lend me your Pokemon. No! That specific bit of dialogue is not what I had in mind, nor is the fact that this guy has 6 Pokemon. Jesus Christ, we're gonna be here for a while. Okay, nothing particularly interesting happened in this fight aside from Akira leveling up. Although this guy did have a Remoraid on his team, to be fair. We've not seen that before. It's so far to sign with, but there's no easy return trip to Olivine either. What should I do? Yeah, it would be nice if there were a convenient way to get around, but unfortunately there is not. Jesus Christ. Okay, just for the sake of trying to be thorough with everything, I am going to go ahead and try to catch this Tentacruel. Because while I have caught a Tentacool previously, and I'm pretty sure the Tentacool I caught is actually higher level than this, raising Pokemon that I don't actually intend to raise is a little tedious. And getting to catch a fully evolved Pokemon in the wild does save me a little bit of time. Especially when you're trying to at least complete a reasonable amount of the Pokedex. One, two, three. There. That took way too long, and I sacrificed too many balls. We got Tentacruel. Just so we can check that off the proverbial list. Tentacruel, the jellyfish Pokemon. Its 80 tentacles absorb water and stretch almost endlessly to constrict its prey and enemies. That is a terrifying thought, if it is literally endless. If you would like to give a nickname to this Tentacruel specifically, feel free to recommend one in the comments. Okay, after one failed attempt to heal because I ran to another Tentacool that took care of half of Ryder's HP again, I would like to point out this Whirlpool here. We can't really do anything with this Whirlpool at the moment, and unfortunately it does act as a proper obstacle to our progress. At least in regards to fully exploring Route 41. So for the time being, we're going to have to ignore that for now, but it doesn't mean we're out of options. Alright, now that I've healed myself again, what do you have for us, lady? Please talk. You look so elegant riding your Pokemon. Alright, Sarah Screw level 25, but otherwise nothing particularly interesting happened during this fight. I'm crushed. I'm denied genuine progress on anything. Okay, so since Ceres has gotten to level 25, I think it's best that we deal with the EXP share. I was told that there would be some interesting things to learn about this particular area if I just talked to the trainers enough. Oh. Well, there's Mantine. Good enough time as any, I guess. So let's hit it with an aerial ace. It should be able to take at least one hit from Hogan relatively well. Although it is also a flying type that is quad effective on Hogan. So I should probably switch out. Okay, critical hit. We're done. We're done dealing any more damage. Yay, Shell Belt. Thunder Wave. Alright, this is my last Ultra Ball, so I'm really hoping that we can get lucky here. 1, 2, 3. That's not good. Alright, last Great Ball. Come on, Mantine. I really need you to cooperate, please. 1, 2. This is bad. 1, 2, 3. Come on, Mantine, please. I'm running out of balls. Now I have to go back and heal. I don't have a choice. I tried to cheese it around by using items I had in hand. I can't forestall it anymore. One, 2, 3. There we go. We got Mantine by the skin of our teeth. Mantine City was added to the Pokédex. Fantastic. Mantine, the kite Pokemon. I forget that that's its categorization. As it majestically swims, it doesn't care if Remoraid attached to it for scavenging its leftovers. If you would like to recommend a nickname to Mantine, feel free to recommend one in the comments. I'm gonna go back and heal, and also restock on balls. While going back and healing and restocking, I decided to go to the Pokemon because our mother has bought a lot of stuff that I've not addressed. Let's see, what do we have from her today? Got a Moonstone! Very useful. Oh, that's it? I thought there'd be a lot more. Okay, we're more or less back where we were on Route 41 now that I have fully healed up. So let's press further on. I've used the Super Repel to kind of repel some of the wild Pokemon off. I've been trying to avoid using repels for reasons that I hope will come up later. But at this point, I do need to be a little bit more efficient with my time. See those islands that are blocked by whirlpools? Here we go. There just has to be a secret. That's what I was hoping to get to. I knew there were trainers that would talk about the Whirl Islands in general. I just needed to be patient and get to them. There's Quillfish. And there's a Pokemon that has no business fighting Quillfish. There we go. That ought to do it. Quillfish ended up using Minimize twice, which of course meant that I missed my first attack on it. But that's alright. Rido's nice restored. Hogan has gotten to level 24. We are looking nice. What's a secret to your strength? A lot of EXP grinding. And literally going out of my way to fight everyone. It was a dark and stormy night. I saw this giant Pokemon flying from the Whirl Islands. Feathers were scattering from its silver wings. I wonder what it could be talking about. Well, in any case, we have another lady that we need to fight here. At night, Staryu gather near the water's surface. That's kind of your hint that Staryu only appear at night, but it's a nice little thing for the game to let you know about. Here we have our first instance of encountering a Horsea. I believe this is the first time we've seen it. It's going to be a while before we can actually catch Horsea ourselves, but it's still nice to see it. Anyway, nothing particularly interesting happened in that fight. That's alright. Do you have anything to say about what's here? The clusters of Staryu light up at the same time. It's so beautiful. It's scary. How about that? Oh, good. Repel's off. Okay, is there anything over here? Yes, there is yet another trainer for me to fight. Oh, Repel's effect did not go off. It's just that the Wild Tentacle was higher level than Hogan. Interesting. Are you seeking the secrets of the Whirl Islands? As a matter of fact, I am doing exactly that. How did you know? Oh, you got some great endurance. Aside from finding a Krabby once again, nothing particularly interesting happened in this fight, but that's alright. A secret about the Whirl Islands. It's pitch black inside. Well, that's good to know, but we're not going to be able to really do anything with that information for a good while. Certainly not with all these wild Pokemon slowing us down. What do you have for me, lady? I'm on my way to the Whirl Islands. I'm going exploring with friends. Well, thanks for the uptake. Where are your friends? Like, you're in the middle of the ocean, you have no one with you. Is it just all the randos that are absolutely nowhere near you? Because I don't think that's a good idea at all. Critical hit, brick break, let's go! And Mizumori grew to level 24. Ooh, Seeking is up next. We have fought a Seeking previously, although the previous Seeking was a lot stronger. But that's because I went out of my way to challenge myself in the most absurd way possible. Is that how you do it? Sure. Like just spamming air release over and over. There's supposed to be a big Pokemon deep beneath the Whirl Islands. I wonder what it could be. I do wonder that myself. Yeah, see, these are the trainers that I wanted to really talk to because they have some interesting lore about the area that we are in. I think I'm going to put the EXP share on Blazer for the time being. Because Blazer really is not going to be able to do much while we're in the middle of the ocean with all these water Pokemon. Theoretically, it could be helpful if it had the right moves, but at the moment, it does not. Alright, so further on this way, there's yet another trainer that I need to fight, I'm pretty sure. As soon as I deal with this tentacle again. Alright, come here, you. Yeah, there we go. Right in your line of sight. The waves are wild here. They tire you out as you swim. Alright, guess we're past the point where we're getting lore about the Whirl Islands at this point. That's totally fine. That, however, is problematic. I think we may want to switch to our boy Rido again. There we go. That takes care of Gyarados. Another Gyarados. Jesus Christ. Alright, unfortunately, Rido did not get Gyarados paralyzed, so I have no confidence that he can outspeed him. So I think, for the moment, I'm going to switch back to Hogan. I'm going to have Hogan take care of Gyarados. Gyarados should be locked into Thrash because I previously used Thrash, so we should be alright. Ah, yes. The secondary effect of Thrash, if you use Thrash, well, enough turns, it will cause the Pokemon to become fused when it's done. Because it's supposed to be kind of a mindless, all-out attack. So with that said, why'd I go with Brick Break, actually? This is a horrible idea. Literally any other attack would have done it. Whatever. Results are all the same. Nothing can survive the Brick Break of Hogan. I'm beat. Yep, you sure are. Or do you mean you're just tired? The current keeps me from reaching that island. I'm not sure if I would call that a current, but to each their own. Pretty sure I've not fought you either, so let's deal with this. If you need a rest, just tread water. You'll get your breath back so you can keep on going strong. I don't need a rest. My Pokemon are the one that need to rest. Boom, baby. One shot with a super effective Shadow Ball. That's what we love to see, Akira. And Blazer got to level 25, thanks to all the effort. Oh, you have more energy than I do. Well, thanks for that. It's a lot easier when you're not having to actually put in the effort to swim yourself. I heard roars from deep inside the islands. Huh. I wonder who's making those roars. I'm sure we'll figure it out one day. Okay, so now we're caught up to where we were previously. I bought Super Repels, might as well use them. Just, again, there's a reason I'm trying to avoid using Repels too much, because there is something I want to see happen, and it won't happen. Well, it won't happen if I keep using Repels all the time. Not that it seems to be stopping Pokemon that are level 25. Hogan! Alright, we have one more trainer we need to fight here, so let's press on further. I'm pretty sure we're nearing the end of this. The weather is so beautiful, I'm in a daze. I think we've moved past the point of where we're earnestly talking about the Whirl Islands, but that's alright. Maybe she'll prove me wrong later. There's a seal. I'm pretty sure we have not encountered seal before, but it's gonna be a while before we can get one for ourselves, so no need to talk about it right this second, especially when Hogan gets it off the screen so quickly. And we got to level 25 as a result. Very nice. Ooh, Hogan wants to learn Counter. You know what? I think I will get rid of Endure for Counter. I have not once used Endure, and again, in the competitive scene, it can be helpful, but for the purpose of single player, I think Counter will fit in just fine for now. Oh! So very nice. What are we looking at in terms of our levels? We're looking pretty nice. I think Akira should be going up to the front at this point. Switch on ahead here. I don't think there's anything else here. I just want to check the other route. Yep, that's where we were before. And anything else up here? Nope, that's everyone. So, let's head further down and get out of the water. Oh. Welcome to Cyanwood City. We finally made it. Been a long journey, but at long last, we've reached the far western shore. Anything you want to say, Akira? Your Pokemon is happily looking at Griffin's footprints. I thought it said looking for a second. Okay, well, I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. We've explored Route 40 and Route 41. We've caught a couple new Pokemon. We fought a bunch of trainers, and we got a little bit of lore about the Whirl Islands that are nearby. So next time on Pokemon HeartGold, I think we're gonna do a little bit of exploring of Cyanwood City and see what it has to offer for now. See you guys then.